We're here today at the Belfast Indoor Bowls Club in Northern Ireland, and we're speaking to Phil Mills, who is one of the directors of the Short Mat Player Tour. Phil, is this the last in the current tournament series?
Yes, that's correct. So we're here at the Henselite World Masters. It's the 6th and final world ranking event of the 2016-17 season.
And where else have you been in the other venues around the country?
So this season we've already played at Bromsgrove in England. We've played at Skien, a little town near Oslo in Norway. We've also played in Stromstad in Sweden, and we've had other events, including a recent one in Cardiff, Wales.
For those not familiar with the sport, Phil, could you briefly explain what it's all about?
So short mat bowls is a variation of indoor and outdoor bowls which came much earlier. As you can see, it's played on a carpet or a mat which is 6 foot wide and 45 feet long. It's rolled up for storage and then can be rolled out and played in community halls, sports centres, village halls, church halls, as happens a lot here in Northern Ireland.
Do you need any special abilities or to participate in this sport?
Now, the great thing about short mat bowls is that it really is a sport for everybody, as well as able-bodied players. We have people playing from wheelchairs, we have players this weekend with Down syndrome, players profoundly deaf. In other events we regularly have participants who are registered blind. So we have men competing against women on an equal footing, which doesn't happen in all sports or indeed in all forms of bowls. We have children as young as 7 and players up to the 80s in terms of their age. So a sport for everyone.
And how do the players actually end up here? Do their county put them forward, or do the club put them forward, or do they come independently?
What stands the Short Mat Players Tour apart from most other forms of bowls and bowls competitions is that our events are truly open. They're open to everyone to play, and so you can be a complete beginner who's never played the sport before. You can enter our events, you'd be welcomed with open arms. You could get some guidance and coaching, and then you can play and have a great experience. And
equipment, do you need any special equipment to play the sport?
So you need a set of bowls. They can be borrowed there if you're just beginning. The club here have plenty of sets, so if you were to turn up without bowls, then you'd still be able to play. Bowls come in all shapes and sizes. Players are very individual, so they'll have different colours, personalised with their own emblems and their own bowl stickers. So there's a huge variety of bowls. The other thing I guess you need is flat footwear. That's essential to protect the carpets which we play on.
And sponsors, Phil, do they play an important part in this sort of sport?
They do, and an increasingly important part. So this event is sponsored by Henselite. It's the Henselite World Masters, and Henselite are one of the prominent bowls manufacturers. Sponsors allow us to stage events of this magnitude just by assisting us in provision of equipment. Going forward, we see sponsors enabling us to increase the size of the prize pool, so we're able to pay out to a much higher number of the players participating. It's not all about the money. We like to think that players are competing to win a very prestigious sporting event, but obviously everyone incurs expenses in competing, and it's good to think that a number of players can get something back towards that.
I see that it's very much a team effort to organise this sort of event. Social media these days, what sort of technology are you using to help send your message out and let people see what's happening here?
I think one thing we're quite good at the Short Mat Players Tour is our use of social media. Facebook's the prominent platform that we use. We've got over 1,700 likes at the current time, but in terms of our reach, the audience that we get out to, and our engagement, so the people that are interacting with us, we're right up there amongst all organisations that related to bowls, and that's worldwide, so we're pretty good at that. And then what we do is link people back to our website. We're very lucky in that one of our directors is a website designer, and so the website's very good. We realise the importance of getting good quality information out to players and the people, their families, their club mates who will be supporting them from back home. Our live feed's very good, and so right now with the event going on, you'll be able to visit that page of our website, see all the scores as they come in from all 234 players participating, select games will be shown on the show match, streamed via Facebook Live, pictures via Instagram, interviews with players. There really is great coverage, and it makes for interesting following wherever you are.
Well, Phil, thanks very much for taking the time out and having the chat with me and explaining what it's all about. One final thing before we go, anything you want to say? How do we get in contact with you, for example?
Okay, the best thing to do, if you're interested in playing short mat bowls or interested in playing in any of our events in any of the countries that we visit, is simply to visit www.shortmatplayerstour.com.
Okay, now we're going to talk to one of the players here today. It's Jack Pye from Norfolk. Hello, Jack. Welcome to Northern Ireland.
Hiya.
Jack, tell us about your home club based in Norfolk. Have you got many members, for example?
We have about sort of 16 members, range from sort of the age of 14 sort of upwards, and yeah, all ages are there.
And your club meeting, is it once a week or whatever?
Yeah, we have a roll-up night on a Monday night every week, and then as it gets into the summer, there's summer league games, so there's usually about one match a week, along with the roll-up night on a Monday, and also when it gets into the winter, there's quite a few league matches that go on.
And yourself, Jack, how did you get into the sport? What led you into the bowling?
So I started when I was about 10 years old with a family member. So he was a friend of the family and invited us down to one of their outdoor clubs, which was a pub just in Cossey, and went down sort of for one night and was absolutely hooked on it and crazed mum to go every week. And then gradually got into short mat after 2 years playing outside and haven't looked back since, really.
Is it a popular sport in your area? Would you be maybe struggling for members to join the club?
It varies. So the numbers are declining at the moment because people associate it with they associate it with an old person sport, but it is a sport for all, really. So there's no age restriction or disability restriction. Anyone can take part in it.
And is it basically this format of bowling that you're interested in, or you specialise in?
Yeah, short mat bowling is my main interest. I started off with outside, but just now take part in short mat because I find it a lot more compact and quicker, and yeah, sort of develop my game from there.
I was talking to Phil there about sponsorship, Jack. Is sponsorship important to you and allowing you to do what you need to do with the sport?
Yeah, sponsorship is quite crucial. For someone like me, I'm a student, so it's not easy to sort of afford various trips and stuff. The Short Mat Players Tour with their 6 world ranking events help with me to be able to wear different items of clothing and play with different things, so I can promote that brand if I do get a sponsorship. And also by giving me the equipment, they help sort of afford things. And I also get some equipment from Taylor Bowls, which is a big sort of manufacturing company, and also Dale Sports, who make some of the mats that we play on. They give me a certain allowance towards each world ranking event, and also the social media that the Short Mat Players Tour provides allow for sort of a good coverage of the business that is sponsoring you.
And you're playing today about 3 o'clock. How have you played any matches up to now? Yes.
Yeah, I've played first match and won 15-2, so it's quite a good win to start off with. The first match always isn't very easy. Next match is going to be a lot harder. It's against one of Ireland's sort of better bowlers, and then I'm on the show mat against young Seeb from Belgium. Played him twice and won 2, so it'll be interesting. They've been close matches both times.
Do you find that you're playing a lot of foreign players rather than the UK players?
Over here, there's very few. Well, it's predominantly Irish players over here because it's so close to home that they can travel sort of on the day and on the weekend. So yeah, you get the occasional sort of foreign player who sometimes you meet in most of the competitions rather than just one.
Okay, Jack. Well, thanks very much for talking to us. Good luck this afternoon. I'll be there with a camera and we'll do a bit of filming of you winning your match. And thanks very much.